the property market?
What I was looking for, I was thinking of a balance between positive and negatively geared properties to ideally get the positively geared properties to pay for the negatively geared one. I figured I don't have much faith in super personally, so I figured that was a tax-effective way of investing in a property, one I don't even have to fund in some ways. So I had a look, and positively geared properties, I picked up Property Investor magazine, and there was an advertisement for a number of properties yielding in excess of 10%. I thought, well, okay, it was a good place to start. Let's just have a look at this. What's this town? Where is it? And the more I looked, I just couldn't quite believe the kind of numbers that I was seeing. It just didn't seem to make any sense that I hadn't heard of this before.
Right.
And you almost, if it was true, why wouldn't anyone invest there? It's kind of, you'd have to be mad not to. Can it be real?
Sure.
That was how I was. What? Well, I did to an extent. I had a look at a number of the areas that there's a lot of infrastructure investment that's going in. So, the Northwest Shelf, for example, that's expanding. You've got places in, trying to think where they were, in Queensland, huge, like Surat Basin, places such as that. The concerns about those is there's no limitation on supply for the actual land or properties. In Queensland, for example, has a history of white-shoed developers who'll just overbuild anything. So you kind of think, well, if there's an undersupply now, within 3 years, forget it.
Yeah.
There's been an oversupply that will never be soaked up. So you kind of think, well, the thing about Port Hedland, I just Googled the town, had no idea where I was, and when I saw the actual physicality of the town, I just nearly laughed. There is just no way you can build. I mean, what the hell? Okay, what I couldn't quite get is all the land around it, okay, around South Hedland, which is a phenomenal scale. They're all WA to build. Well, how could there be a restriction? Well, when I went up there and spoke to a number of individuals, from the town council, town planners, planning experts, developers, the agents, property owners, even people who live there, all I found were reasons why it's more difficult to provide housing in the Pilbara, number one, and number two in Port Hedland specifically. So like building property on the moon, the only thing you don't have to import is oxygen. Sharon, indeed. Look, it was very different. I dealt with a number of agents up there. There were a number of properties that I looked at, and I put in some offers on a number of them. And the difference with Jan Forward that I found was that not only they're very professional, but they're very friendly. It was almost like you were dealing with some friends you have in the country. The others would be described as just straight professional, or even slightly sleazy. That's what I put that. But Jan Forward always came out as being honest, straightforward, exactly what you see is what you get. Almost unimaginably helpful. I mean, I think it's almost ridiculous. Okay, I ask for something, and then I get 3 things back because it's obvious that I'm going to need those either now or in the future. So they just provide them now. And without being asked, there's also, you get a call out of nowhere to say, look, I just wanted to update you with what's going on. I don't know if you want to know or not, but and they just leave a voicemail or they send an email or just say hello. Whether they're on weekends, whether they're on holidays, it doesn't seem to make any difference. If it had to be done, it was done. And there was no complaint. Okay, I've not had an experience like this with a real estate agent anywhere for anything. So I really think that's the reason why I'm kind of doing this video, because I think if somebody does a really good job, you need to let people know, because we all know that if someone does a bad job, we sure as hell tell people. Okay.